What's up, y'all? Rich Slayton here, back with something you enjoyed last time. We're going to the magical hands one more time. And whose magical hands will we see? What are those beautiful fingers? Yeah, I know. You want to see the face, but you're not getting it today. It's my boy, Chache. What's up, brother? Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no worries. What's going on? I'm doing awesome. How are you?
I'm doing well. And talking about doing well, first question before we get into this. How are you doing in the best looking Clash Royale player tournament?
Oh man, I'm glad you asked. Right now, I'm sitting a little bit under where I thought. We're at 42% right now versus Allcraft's 58%. So we could bump that number up to 99% Chachi. That 1% for AC. He's a good looking, so I'll give him the 1%.
Yeah, guys, please go out there and vote for Chachi. You can already see his hands are gorgeous, and I'm sure you know all about his smile. I'll probably put it in the thumbnail, most likely, just to really sell that point home. So today we're going back to the hands again. We're going to talk about your grip a little bit, about your grip with different devices, how you choose to play, and we're playing what you told me started out as a troll deck that actually turned out to be pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of the decks that one of my friends, the KOJ, made for me, and it's pretty awesome. It's got Earthquake, and there's a lot of Bomb Tower right now, so it works out pretty well, as well as the Magic Archer and Giant Skelly Ewiz combo with that Hog Rider. So
All right,
pretty fun.
well, sweet. Let's get into it. Go ahead and jump into a game, and we'll start watching those hands. See how you
Ooh.
do it.
All
And
right,
yeah,
I'm in one.
here we go.
El Chapo. El
El,
Chapo.
El Chepo Gonzalez. I don't know what Chepo means, but I think it's much less frightening than Chapo. So
Yeah,
are
I
you?
agree with that.
So right out the gate, I see that you're a double thumber when you play on phone. At least we'll talk about tablet later. And
Yeah.
you like? Do you also do? I see you like tapping a bunch of different cards over and over again. Is that kind of your normal starting rhythm just to get yourself loose, or what?
Yeah, it's one of those things I do to get rid of nerves and stuff. I'll tap around the cards. I'll also just play with emotes, spam them back and forth. So it's just one of those things. Get those nerves out.
Sure, sure. I mean, you were people might not know, but you are one of the very few undefeated CRL players of all time. You and your
Oh yeah.
you and your cohort El Jefe taking it down.
Uh-huh. Yep, I was really happy that, as bad as it sounds, Edgar lost, or Igor lost the game because I didn't want him to get added to the list.
Yeah, and 6-0 undefeated at World Finals might be a little bit impressive. Who knows?
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
say even 5-1 was pretty good.
That is pretty good, but it's no 100%. So,
So one of the things that I run into sometimes, especially because I'm also a nervous tapper, is accidentally playing the wrong card. Is that something that you deal with ever? Like, do you ever actually accidentally have the wrong card selected and drop it and just kick yourself, or do you pretty much are you pretty good at avoiding that problem?
so for the most part, honestly, what happens is with tapping back and forward, I'll actually feel like I have a card in my hand and then not have it. So I'll play it, but so like say for example, I want to play log, but I'll accidentally have a hog rider instead. So kind of like one of those things like, oh no, but I swear in my head I see that I have log, and then I let it go, and I'm like, oh shoot.
Yeah, yeah, I've been there as well. So at the moment, he's just a little bit ahead going into double. This feels like a deck that, usually Hog Rider decks do way better in single elixir, but this feels like one with a giant skeleton that kind of how heavy this deck is overall, that it might actually be pretty good in double.
Yeah, it works well in both. Primarily, I'd like to get double elixir, especially if I'm versing like a heavier deck, like a giant golem, lava hound, or anything like that. Most of the time, I don't want to verse lava hound though, just because giant skelly doesn't get as much value. But either way, if I can get the double elixir, I feel pretty good. But also, single elixir, it's pretty nice because I got spear goblins, mini P.E.K.K.A, all that other fun stuff.
So pretty easy tower down there on the left-hand side. Your right tower in a bit of trouble, but unless he has something magical, it looks like that's going to be fine as well. And oh my gosh, you actually got a giant skeleton on King Tower as well. Oh boy.
Yeah, I feel like almost letting him get that tower, but we're going to show him our earthquake for the first time. We'll slow down that giant invade.
And there we go. GG, well played. Number one in the books. I noticed that you were bringing in a one-loss grand challenge already. So
Yeah, we were experimenting with the deck that went very awry, very fast.
yeah, it happens. Oh, you're already back in another one. Cool. Let's go ahead and get in game number two. So do you play with a phone when you're playing 2v2 as well, or do you play on tablet in 2v2?
So it was a fun story. At the Complexity House, we had tablets, so I actually got accustomed to that. So when I came back home and didn't have it, it felt very weird for super long. But I actually do prefer a tablet now that, like with 2v2 and like actually calculating where I need to put all my stuff, I prefer a tablet.
Do you play with the same grip on tablet as you play on phone, or do you play with a different grip?
I definitely play with a different grip. I can't grab the whole bottom
Sure.
with my uh, phone as I do with like something like an iPad, but then I go into like a single finger kind of drop kind of dude, or like I'll tap one card and then play it with my other finger at the bridge if I need to play something like fast.
Yeah, so when you're going tablet, do you go pointer finger or do you go thumb for your placements?
Pointer finger.
And
I'll switch over.
and I noticed that you're mostly tapping and dropping, but you mimed sliding when you're talking about your finger. Do you slide when you're playing tablet?
Yeah, I tend to slide mostly. It's just more safe for me, but that's actually bit me in the butt once back at King's Cup. My fingers were so sweaty that I went to drop a fireball to win me the game, and it disconnected from my phone.
Oh
Dropped it in the middle of the
no!
arena, and I lost.
Oh, that's brutal. Who was that one against? I don't remember that game.
Oh man, I don't even remember. It was probably I don't know. I think it was Ace or somebody like that back in the day, but that was a long time ago.
So up against Hog Princess Bowler, so you're not getting the worst of situations here.
No, no, no. At first I thought it was kind of graveyard with the archers, bowler, and all that stuff, but you know, he sent in the hog rider, and then that kind of continued that.
Yeah, we haven't seen a ton of arrows yet, which I feel like are the spell that's getting the least amount of love considering how great it is at the moment.
Yeah, it's arrows. I honestly love right now. It's oh man, that archer. Wow. Okay.
Oop, oop,
That did not go as planned. But
oop.
that's okay. We'll get it back.
Final 40 seconds, EQ down, Hog Rider on the tower. A lot of damage though, 545, so 30 seconds left. Magic Archer, nice connection. So it's, unfortunately you have to give up the Magic Archer here, but now you're back into EQ range, so that's good.
Yep. I just want to prevent as much damage from this hog rider as possible.
Yeah,
These princesses starting to get annoying, but that's why we got the spear gobs.
Yeah, that's a really, really nice recovery there, because that looked dire for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are, back in the lead. Bowler in the pocket. Mini P.E.K.K.A goes away from the Hog. Oh, Mini P.E.K.K.A doing triple duty. That was a really, really great Mini P.E.K.K.A, and then the log there to give a little extra room on the Hog Rider.
Yeah, I pay my mini P.E.K.K.As a little extra to get the job done, you know? Oh, wow.
I feel like Mini P.E.K.K.A is everywhere right now.
Yeah, it's made a comeback, especially with the hog, so interesting to see how it goes. This is my favorite push right here, but I may have done that a little too early.
Hog Rider down behind the Knight. Here we go. Mini P.E.K.K.A trying to hold clean up on the Hog Rider. Hog Rider gets one shot, two shots, does not get the third shot, though. So down to a minute 25 left in sudden death overtime. A little bit challenging here.
Yeah, we're definitely not playing A+ right now, but we'll try to clutch it out.
That Bowler ends up being shockingly annoying.
Yeah. Don't want to have to log that, but fireball, I'm just gonna try fireball cycle. Oh no, that mini P.E.K.K.A did.
Mini P.E.K.K.A got ruined.
No.
Hog Rider comes in, a solid zap.
No.
62 HP. He's going to try to cycle back to a fireball. Oh yeah, here comes the fireball.
R.I.P. That bowler was a... But...
Rip, yeah. Bowler ended up being... Like, I feel like Bowler's the first epic card that I ever maxed. And, I regret that, obviously, now. But I feel like Bowler's a really matchup-dependent card. Like, in certain matchups against certain cards, Bowler is just like, GG, well played, you've got this thing locked down. Other matchups, Bowler is just like 5 elixir that stands there and does nothing in your hand.
Exactly, yeah. He's pretty good right now in the meta because of all the hog and all that other stuff. But, yeah, it's very matchup-dependent, I feel like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I know he rocks and rolls in your Expo deck though. That's
yeah, in my old Expo Bowler Miner deck that I haven't touched that thing in a long time. Maybe I can bring it back out and see how I do with it. That'd be interesting to say the least.
Oh yeah.
Are you waiting on another game right now? Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I hopped in right now.
All right, let's go ahead and get your next game up.
Must be a fan of the Star Wars movie.
I have not seen the newest one.
Me neither. I've heard very mixed reviews.
It's basically like any movie, I guess. So the push that you like to do when you were talking about was getting Giant Skeleton in the pocket and then Hog Rider at the bridge?
Yep, or that normally, but you can also go Giant Skelly in the pocket with the oh no, that's with the Hog in the pocket as well, and then you normally just go Earthquake.
And will that skeleton bomb go out? It does. Nice play with the log there. Okay, okay. Wall breakers. Okay.
Ooh.
You know what we haven't seen yet that I'm kind of surprised about is any firecracker.
I know. It's honestly very weird. We haven't seen it yet, but...
So, I mean, what are the matchups that you typically think are the hardest for this deck?
Lava Hound. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Yikes. Lava Hound is typically pretty hard, as well as like Graveyard Ice Wiz Bomb Tower. That one's pretty tough because they have Tornado. They can just bring it to the King Tower. They also have Bomb Tower, and then the Ice Wiz slows everything down. So it's kind of annoying, but other than that. You really like to see Golem decks. Golem decks is probably your best matchup against it. Just because Giant Skelly just blows up everything. You just go Hog Rider in the opposite lane. But let's see what we can do here. Assuming he'll go Mega Man.
Ooh, nice. Oh, almost. Yeah, beautiful block there. Really beautiful block with the mini P.E.K.K.A.
Unfortunate that didn't stay in the range, though.
So,
wow.
Yeah, kind of an annoying jump, but now you have the Giant Skeleton going down. Hog Rider should be back in cycle, I'm guessing.
Yep.
And so is this where you start to EQ?
Yeah, just trying to get one hit here. That log. Oh yeah, it does reset it, so that was nice. Oh,
so it seems like you're ended up playing from behind a lot with this deck.
yeah. Early on, if you get a tower down, it's pretty rough to be able to get a tower back because they can just sit back and play defense. But
and so close, Hog can't quite get it. Oh boy.
Oh man. I may switch it up here. This is not going too well. Mega Knight and Bowler. Oh man.
Well, I know I was curious as we got more into sort of like the challenging moments of that game. I saw that your hand usage switched from both thumbs to primarily right thumb. Is that something that you consciously did, or was that just a reaction that you had in the moment?
Normally, if I like push right lane, I'll primarily use my right thumb. But then if I'm going left lane, I'll switch. I'll do like both, I guess, just because it's more comfort. I normally like select the left two cards with my left hand, and then my right two cards with my right hand.
Okay, interesting.
So that's what I at least notice. But sometimes maybe it switches up a little bit.
All right. Do you want to show us whatever you're playing on ladder and do a ladder match?
Yeah, we can do a couple ladder matches.
Yeah, let's do it. Really, it's about seeing those beautiful hands, my friend. That's what it all comes down to in the end.
I know. Now, this ain't no top 10,000, but we're all good. This is a deck that I really like. Dark Goblin is super underrated, I feel like. I just hopped in one, by the way.
Yep, I got you. Up against who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Could be Surgical Goblin's mini account. Who knows? I really like playing aggressive with this kind of P.E.K.K.A deck. The Dark Goblin, because you can always make pretty easy saves with Bandit and stuff if they have like a Prince or something, or a Goblin Gang, you just E-Wiz or Snowball, anything like that. So I play really aggressive with this P.E.K.K.A deck.
Yeah, almost getting the P.E.K.K.A shot there too, and then Magic Archer's going to town as well.
Going to work. Okay, no hits there.
So yeah, seeing a lot of dragging, both of those, the E-Wiz and the Bandit, were both drag placements.
Yep.
And again, I saw you dragging with that right thumb over to the cross side.
Hmm.
So one thing that we saw a lot in CRL, Carter was the one who kind of suffered from this the most in the most recent seasons, where with those curved edge screens,
Yeah.
he'd reach across and the thumb pad. Do you ever have a problem? I mean, it looks like you're playing on an iPhone for this
Hmm.
one, so probably not so much of the problem of the accidental activation on the near side from your hand.
Yeah, I've played on one of those curved devices. Oh, just gonna take my power. Okay. But
Okay.
yeah, that's definitely slid off before. I don't know if he disconnected or what, but
I mean, I hope. Otherwise, this is a really weird strategy.
I know. I've actually had somebody disconnect, fake disconnect, and then just drop like a peck on all my stuff and then end up winning. It was the weirdest strategy ever. But yeah, I've had my finger slide off the curved edges before. It's not a fun time because you're like, oh my god, why would they ever make a phone like this? For
You
Clash
know,
Royale at least.
trying to find something new each time. Let's go ahead and get one more in.
Okay,
Um,
I
and
just hopped in one.
yeah, I can see it coming up right now. Kaboom. Do when you're doing long runs of play, do your hands ever get tired? Do they get crampy? Do you ever need to rest them? And if you do, how do you do that?
For the most part, I just take a break. I'll crack out my fingers, anything like that. If they start to crack, then I know I've probably played a little bit too long. So
Yeah, that was some
that
Adrian
or
Piedra hands you're doing there for a moment.
yeah, I always find it interesting him doing his hands like that. But uh, yeah, nothing too particular with that.
So, myself being married, I find myself sometimes one arm around the lady when she's sleeping, and then the other hand playing Clash Royale, trying to get
Yeah,
some quick games in. I'm sure you've been in the same situation.
I have.
You're right-handed. How
Uh,
much worse does it make you when you're playing? Like, do you choose different kind of decks when you have to play one-handed? Do you switch to something slow and beat down heavy, or do you not really care?
I don't care too much honestly, but if like I know like I'm gonna be stuck like that for a while or anything, like if my girlfriend's asleep, I will like play like a golem or a heavier P.E.K.K.A deck, kind of like the one you see right now. Like something that doesn't take as much like placement that I need two fingers to go like fast with like uh, like an E-Wiz or Fireball Zap right away. I can take my time because I just put like a Battle Ram at the bridge or something like that.
Sure. So I just saw you like a couple cards ago. You dragged and held the magic archer in the middle for a long time. What were you waiting for there?
Sometimes I like to see if like it's in range because you'll get these little like red exclamation
Oh,
points
okay.
on your like troops, so then they can tell like if they're in range, and that just helps me like mentally decide if like displacement's okay and just double checks. All right.
So this is an interesting bridge spam variant. Why the Dark Goblin as opposed to a Royal Ghost or a Dark Prince or something that is like a traditional, more common splash damage ground card here?
Yeah, so honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Ghost in the deck. I feel like it's pretty repetitive to have Bandit, Ghost, and Battle Ram. Like, I know it gets like hits on the tower and stuff, but like, I'd rather have something that can either bait out a log so my Battle Ram will connect to the tower, or have like something more annoying, kind of like Magic Archer, so they have poison and zap. They can't kill the Dark Goblin, and if they zap or if they poison the Magic Archer, then they can't like zap and kill the Dark Goblin. So
And there, yeah, that was fun. Got to see your hands moving pretty. Again, I was really interested by the sort of a nice little thumbs up there, the GG well played thumbs up. Yeah, I got to see some of your hand movement there in those final moments. Let's go take a look at Chachi's profile here, and look at that 6 point. Ooh, best season, ranked 5,700 in the world. A couple some CRL challenge emotes.
yeah,
Yes.
fun fact, I normally typically only play ladder the last day of the season, so I go up about like 1,600 trophies the last day, so that's kind of like one of those fun challenges I like to do just for myself. So that's why I'm not super high on ladder or anything like that.
Yeah, global. Some nice global tournament finishes. The CRL emote, of course, And your nice little 3-year badge. 4-year badge is coming up pretty soon, so that'll be exciting as well.
Yes, yes, I'm excited. I don't know what color they're gonna bring in. Maybe it'll just be black, and then the other one will turn white.
Ooh, exciting. Who knows? Well, thanks a lot, brother. Really appreciate you stopping by and letting us see your hands for a bit. Good luck in taking down Aw Crap. I'll try to drive everyone to go and join you, support you in the voting. Yeah, there you go. There's that pretty smile. You know what it is? You know what? I just realized what it is, Chache, is if this competition took place after you got your braces off, it'd be a no-brainer.
Oh, man.
You would win it easily.
I would feel so bad for him. I would have 100% of the votes. It would just be like Buffaretti's 9,000 game win rate. You know,
Yep.
He just doesn't lose. It wouldn't be fair. So,
where can everyone go and find you on the interwebs?
they can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Chache, as well as on Twitter, it's ChacheCR. And then, on Instagram, I just restarted my Instagram because I forgot my login. And that's Chache_CR.
Sweet. Well, thanks a lot for coming on, brother. And of course, thanks everyone for joining us for watching some Watch the Hands. Hope you saw some interesting magic. And if you have questions about grip stuff that you want me to ask next time I'm doing a video like this, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to sort of get into some of the nitty gritty. I always find hand placement to be fascinating. And of course, go ahead, hit like, hit subscribe right up here, watch the next video right here. And we'll be back pretty soon with some more weird stuff, including more Watch the Hands. Peace.